Morning, everybody. It's a little early here, but I'm not necessarily at my place this morning. It's a wonderful 65 degrees outside, I do believe. The sun is shining and the sky is blue. So's my shirt, and so's Zeus, and as much black as there is or should be on this guitar, the sunlight kind of gives you an idea, again, what the guitar I built this week and put so much effort into looks like. Now keep in mind, this is a budget guitar, and that brings me to the conversation that I hope some folks will put in the comments. I want to thank folks for commenting on my videos. Mr. Dennis Wiley, man, I've known you for many, many years. I've worked on some of your projects, furniture and stuff, and you helped me out in the past just for that, working with you. And I got good memories, and I want to thank you for being a part of, Guitar Time, because you commenting means you're actually watching. So, the comments for today should be, what are the differences between what we'll call a mid-price guitar, which is, say, under $1,000. This would probably be close to $1,000 today, with the recession and all that crap. This is not an ESP. If this was an ESP guitar, this would be probably $1,500. These are great appointments for this guitar. This guitar is supposed to sound like this guitar, and this guitar cannot sound like this guitar no matter how hard you try. You can put 10 pedals in front of it. It's going to sound a lot different, especially on a clean tone. There's just something about a single coil Strat. So let's get down to the dirties here. Some of the more things that you're going to see on $159, this used to be a $129 guitar all day. They were just trying to give these things away. They made way too many of them. They're easy to come by. Most people think they're trash, but these things were built by a machine. If they're off, they're off this much. The things that are off are the human touch. The frets aren't filed down. The frets also are a lower gauge. They're kind of like a very small. But see, now you could pay somebody I'll say a few hundred, because I don't know how much Brody or Gary or anybody would charge to do this guitar, because it's one of my few complaints. It's got small, thin frets. I kind of like the medium jumbos. I kind of like, something I could tell where I'm at. I got, like I said, weak hands. But this is a pretty cool sounding guitar for literally every guitar under 300 bucks. Pretty much has the same ceramic stuff. I ain't opened this up, and I'm probably not going to. It's just too nice the way it is. We'll just leave it virgin. But I appreciate Dennis for commenting on this guitar. This guitar is never going to be probably up for sale until my wife or family has to get rid of it, and that's going to be a sad day too. I'm actually, we're actually really close friends with the folks, where this guitar came from. And I'm glad somebody else can see it and appreciate it, because even in a dark bar, to me, it really just doesn't show the guitar off. I might show it off how it sounds it plays, but other than that, sunlight, I think that's the reason why everybody appreciated it. The sun was beaming in here from a certain light. But honestly, truthfully, the other point of this video was to drop my pick and lose it in the abyss forever. Yeah. Does it work? Yeah. You turn the power on the wireless. My wife thinks that's funny. Not sure how it sounds. It's like morning on a Sunday. Yesterday, on my last video, I was having a pretty good time. It was almost dark, about 7:30, 8 o'clock. The neighbors were like telling, my wife was over there smoking on the outside of the other side of the house. You know, it's a pretty big place. And she seen the neighbors come out, and she said, the lady said, "Do you hear that? That sounds like music, but it don't sound like the radio. Where's that coming from?" She's seen all this, so she come in here on the video and said, "Hey, Matt, they're on to you." So I just turned it down. I was running out of light. For anybody out there that's doing these things, I hope I friend you along the way and you can give me some ideas, because when you do go to other places, it'd be nice to have a proper lighting situation. And you know, I'm using basically a desk lamp, you know, on the little thing that bends around. Basically an 80s style light for lighting for guitar time at home. It works. It's, you know, incandescent for now, which probably helps. But I'm looking for something, and I don't want to spend $100, obviously, because, you know, this is a at-home, do-it-yourself type of thing. And if I can do it with a coffee can and a socket, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm wearing flip-flops that are 3 years old right now that were given to me by a youngster named Austin. He lives out in Louisiana. If he ever happens to find this video, he finds that funny. I really like these flip-flops. I think it's been 3 years I've been wearing them. I've got lots of shoes. I mean, I'm a shoe guy. But I'll wear them till they die, like these guitars. You'll notice when I play, I'm a bender. And that makes you sound I ain't gonna say it makes you sound better, but what it allows you to do is on the fly, when you miss a note, tweak, tweak. You know, it's not even noticeable for a lot of people, especially when you got a band behind you. It just makes you sound expressive. But what we're doing is, you know, we had a wobble pop or something, you know, before the show, and just not there yet. Or you know, the hand is just a little off, just a little bit, you know. See, I missed something there. Did you hear it? I'm gonna say it probably should have sounded like this, but this might be wrong too. Such a simple passage. Well, try to nail it. There's a lot of bends in it already, right? You know, it's easy to flow things. It's not. Music should not be perfection. Your drums should not be perfect. It's my opinion. Now, there's going to be songs that do it, and you're going to like them. I do. I've got a lot of stuff like that. Think of 9 Inch Nails for one. Man, that stuff's perfect computer music. And it rocks, which is kind of weird. But that's the point, you know, be yourself, try stuff. I was really liking this guitar yesterday with the knob pulled up. And I was wrong. I think I told you guys that this actually changes polarity. But no, it actually unstacks the coils on the humbuckers, creating single bucks, single guitar pickups. So this guitar is trying to sound like a Strat, which is, you know, it sounds better than a Strat because why? The woods out of a guitar like this, what was that? Oh, nothing important. The woods on this guitar are way better than what you're going to get on the $159 out of this world mocked up Strat. That really needs to be seen by somebody, a doctor. I'm a player, I'm not a doctor. I'm that guy that takes the guitar, you know, says, "Here, take my money, give me my guitar back." And when you get it, you're like, whoa. I say that a lot, and I'm sorry, because you should be following Brody Cobb. If he does anything, when he plays guitar, He plays the guitar. You really got to check him out. Some other folks out there, Josh Roach. I try to think of people, Liz Faith. These are all, Georgia people, I do believe. Got to throw a name out. Ben Sotru. I'll say it wrong every time. Intoxicated with Sotru. I'm kind of dragging on the song, Mr. Ben. Sorry. I've got one wrote, but I haven't musically put it together. I've got one that I put out on video, but once again, I find myself enjoying other parts of my time. See, these are parts that, believe it or not, I have to go back and watch this stuff myself. And I guess I'm going to have to find a way to soak up the sound off of these videos as I watch them myself. Yes, my own self in front of these. As I have listened to my songs over and over again, my stuff that I've played. There's quite a bit of music out there I've done. I listen to myself a lot. I listen to other local people, local folks, man. And I'm not saying, quit listening to Ozzy Osbourne and, go try to find somebody else like him locally. Good luck, A lot of that is, we'll call it mainstreamed at this point because Ozzy's so old that his formula's been copied a billion times. You might have to go to Florida to find that kind of style. I went there just to fit in and ran out of gas. Broke down a few cars. But I really like that pit. That's a cool little lick. This morning, I'm playing guitar. And I got off the subject of the difference between a mid-level under 1,000 guitar and basically the bottom, which is this Squier made in China. A lot of people talk smack, but let's take a pause here and see if we can dial up a tone just as good, $700 worth. And it's not about the money, right? When Mr. Jim picked this guitar out, it wasn't named Zeus. It was just a guitar on the wall. And you have only, an hour to sit down and play a few guitars before you have somewhere to be, or your wife about kills you, or whatever. What's different enough about that guitar for you to blow 4 times the amount of money? Please don't use the paint job as the reason. I mean, just picture this guitar white, black, or even red, whatever they're offering. It comes with some little dorky amp, which ain't even as good as this one, but, this is going to be what your mom or dad's going to get you. My first guitar was a Lotus Strat. It was white, and I didn't know anything about a guitar. But I found a crack, like right here, somewhere in here. I was 11, 12 years old when I got this guitar. So I don't remember exactly. It was right here on the heel of the neck somewhere at the joint. And I kind of got upset and, showed my mom and dad, and they got upset because I'm sure that the pawn shop in Moultrie just gave them a stellar deal on this 15-watt Gorilla amp that was probably 15 years old, and this Lotus Strat that had sat in the window for, maybe a year or two. and was already cracked. And I'm sure he charged them $450 for this rig because they don't know any better. They didn't know that they could go to a big time music store 4 hours down the road and get the same thing for 200 bucks, maybe 250 at the time. So what is it, you know? They sent it back to the pawn shop, waited 6 months, and never got a guitar. Finally, they went and got a black guitar, Lotus, which a year or two down the road, after beating up on this guitar as a young child, 13, 14 years old, not knowing nothing, a chip showed up on the guitar and it's white. So the guitar is not even made of wood. It's like made of Paris of plaster or something, which is, to me, just blasphemy. But you know, it wasn't that bad of a guitar. It got me here. So, you know, you young kids that mom and dad just barely could afford to get you a guitar, and I promise you, they look like this, or kind of like that, or kind of like a Telecaster. There ain't that many guitars in the $100 to $200 budget that you're gonna get from Amazon or Squire or just anything, man. But there's lots of different ones. They really, those are the most are gonna look like that. You know, this, that, or the other. There's a few that are trying to break boundaries. And I'll start looking them up on YouTube myself and try to show you some, you know, ideas. Because maybe these videos will make people that, you know, play guitar for a little while and then quit and want to come back. My own, you know, brother in another area who does his own videos, he actually teaches, you know, languages. You know, I think he does Japanese and Korean, and man, he's pretty awesome at this stuff. So I got him to want to take his little amp and guitar down in his little studio. I mean, but he's so immersed in this, you know, making videos and teaching and stuff, that I don't expect him to try to learn how to play. It's okay. Don't. Do what you do. I'm just glad you took the time and, you know, got me into this, because it's like a new, it's turned the hobby into a new hobby, and I'm going to continue to make the videos so I can get better. And maybe one day, when all of it's over with, don't want to sound dark or nothing, but when it's all over with, there's going to be quite a few years for, you know, close family, maybe some friends that I've been out of touch with. They can go on here and remember at least, you know, where I left off, you know, because the videos that started out in 2013, 2011, something like that, you know, they're just pictures and music. This is kind of who I am. I'm sitting in the bedroom, cup of coffee or soda, and I got nowhere to be, nothing in my pocket. Like everybody else, man. You ain't got really a whole lot to offer. The world makes it impossible to offer anybody anything. You want to know what you got to offer people? You don't need nothing but this and this. That's it. That's all you need. The world outside is trying to teach you, no, you need to use that so we can give you this. And it's never enough. It's designed to be never enough. And it's the reason why the numbers just keep going up. It doesn't matter whose name is on the dockets. Doesn't really matter, does it? It's been doing it for as long as, I mean, there's been cameras proving it. They'll shoot people over it on camera. So, well, so let's review. This guitar has been on a move. It's been in a case. It's out of tune, so bear with me. Not too bad. It will need some more. Let's play that riff I was just playing. Missing a little mid-range focus, which is typical of Strats. Probably typical of ceramic magnets. That's just a guess. I wanted to put about $500 into this area, and then I realized that's foolish because then you're going to want to put about $300 or more into this, and next thing you know, it's nothing. It's, you know, you spent too much money on a paint job, and you didn't paint it. No coil taps on this guy neither, guys. I mean, what you see is what you get. I know I keep showing it off, but, you know, this was a Squier Strat by Fender. Made in Chinesium, upside down. Got a million numbers because there's billions of them out there. All the pickups, all the pick guards, they're all made at $1 million a day, and they all sound pretty much the same. I put this guitar up against my Mexican Strat. Now, except for the paint job and stuff, you know, this guitar is what it is. I really like my Mexican Strat. It seems like it has a little more power in it, but it's also older. It was made a little closer to us, and it came from my father. Can't really touch any of that. Let's do a loop. Dang it. It's the only bad thing about a loop, man. You gotta get it right the first time. I had fun with this one yesterday. My buddy in Waycross, man. This is a Pine Box Dwellers original riff. I'm not ripping you guys off, man. I will mention you in the description. I'm a huge fan. I really am. I'm hoping I can get this. on a slide with a big light than I am with a glass slide. I guess it's just because it's lighter and I can control how hard I'm pushing with the strings. For you guys that haven't heard of the Pine Box Dweller, go check them out. They're from Waycross. That song is called Hellcat. I've listened to the CD. I've just about burned through it, I do believe. And their stuff is on, I have to make comments myself. I think they're on Spotify. There's a lot of their stuff is right there on YouTube. They sell their stuff. You know, support local music. And there's lots more, but I'm going to throw those guys out there today on Sunday. They got some really cool music. If you're into the Page Brothers, you'll definitely like them because they're the guys that tossed it out to me. They said, dude, you got to get this CD and hold it for a little while. Man, you couldn't let me give that CD back. I'd be sad. They'd have to burn me a copy first. Truthfully, I need to go give Sean and his buddy that plays the cajon, I need to go give them $20 for 2 CDs because I've listened to it literally that much. So it's Sunday. My wife is awake. You know, it looks like she's getting ready to face the day here. And what is it? Not even noon, and I already got a guitar time. Woohoo! Yeah, I might even do one later this evening. We'll see. Nonetheless, I'm ready for today. I've had a good time. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. It looks like it's going to be slap stellar. So enjoy time with some family and friends and try to relax because more than likely tomorrow you're going to be right back grinding on something that's making somebody else a bunch of money. Have a nice day. Guitar time.